Deary me. How we have made it to the group stages of the Europa League is beyond me. I'm just being quite honest. When the draw was done a few weeks ago, I didn't think we'd make it. In the situation we found ourselves in at the tail end of last season, I didn't think we'd make it. I thought it was an improbability for Celtic to make the group stages of the Europa League this season. Conference League football, for as far I've been against it, you know that from the start. I am of the opinion that Celtic are a Champions League club. We should be playing in the Champions League each and every year. I thought this year it was going to be Conference League football. But somehow we've made it. We've made it to the Europa League. And I'm immensely proud of Ange Postecoglou, and I'm immensely proud of the team for getting there. Because a matter of weeks ago I still thought that was impossible. When the draw was done against AZ Alkmaar, I didn't think we'd make it. And after tonight's performance, maybe we didn't deserve to make it, but by hook or by crook, as the saying goes, Celtic are in the Europa League group stages, and that to me is magical. It's brilliant. I want to be a Champions League club. I want Celtic to be in the Champions League each and every single year. This year, that was never going to happen. But the fact we've made Europa League football is a massive credit and a massive tip of the hat to Ange Postecoglou and the team who have played over the qualifying rounds. After Midtjylland, we were down and out. I didn't think that we were good enough to play against a team of AZ Alkmaar's quality, but somehow we've made it. If you can't tell already, I've had a drink. I had a 10-day isolation period which came to an end today, and I thought to myself, you know what, I deserve to celebrate it, I deserve to have a drink, and I deserve to watch this game with a little bit of enthusiasm. And I done that exactly. So I've had a drink, and I'm giving this point of view with a drink in me. You know what, that's what it is. Tonight Celtic were incredibly lucky. We were. AZ Alkmaar took the game to us, and they played a sort of Ange ball fashion. They never let us breathe. They took so much time in the ball away from us. They gave us chance after chance after chance, which they arguably should have scored. But somehow, we made it through. And the difference was, and the difference is what I said it would be. I said in the preview, if we got a goal in Holland tonight, we would get through to the Europa League. And that's exactly what done it for Celtic tonight. The fact that we got that very early goal. Thiago Furuhashi, he's there again, and right now he seems to be there, and he's always there. If it wasn't for that goal, we'd be out. That would be the reality of it. From that moment on, since we scored the goal, we didn't really deserve to be in the tie. That's how it went. AZ took the game to us from that moment on. They played incredibly well, they created, they made Celtic worried, they made Celtic nervous. We looked so frantic every time we had the ball, and the game seemed to be exclusively played within our half. Within the penalty area, you could say. I thought that it was, at half time, I thought that was it. I was thinking to myself, there's no way we're going out in the second half to get through to the Europa League group stages. But somehow we done it. And I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was that huge slice of luck. Somehow we did do it. And I'm incredibly proud of the team for that. I think tonight does open up a big perspective though. I think it does show, and it should show Don Mackay. Ange Postecoglou will already know. I'm not going to say it should show Ange Postecoglou. He knows he needs improvement. It should show Don Mackay. It should show the board, and it should show every supporter who is trying to say our backline is good enough that we need reinforcement. Because tonight we were very vulnerable, and we were millimetres away from going out. There was chances that AZ had in that game to bury us. There was chances they had to send us out of the Europa League. That was the reality of it. They really did deserve to go and win that game. We held on for dear life at points. And I don't know what it is, but I can't help but feel deep down that resilience wasn't just luck. I feel like it was something there in Celtic that did get us through. But it is certainly a wake-up call. I'm never going to deny that. Heading into Sunday, it's massive. It shows us that we need to play the likes of Juranovic. It shows us that we need to sign the likes of good defenders, a left-back, a centre-back. That isn't the team that's going to carry us through a 38-game season to win a league title. That's the reality of it. It's not. Because there is certainly more competition to be had than AZ Alkmaar. There is. And I'm not saying there's teams in the league who are better than AZ Alkmaar, but what I'm saying is, over the course of a season, we'll be presented bigger challenges. It might not be only against Rangers, but against Aberdeen, against Hibs. Teams will pressure us more than what they did tonight. And with a team like that, we're not going to be able to compete over the course of a full season. That's the reality. That is it. That being said, I'm just happy we're through. I'm really just happy we're through. Because at half time, I kind of gave up hope. So, you know what? I'll take it. Tonight's performance, I feel, lacked a real confidence. Going away from home in Europe has never been Celtic's strong point. We know that, and we spoke about that in the preview yesterday, how going away from home in Europe presents a sort of mental barrier for Celtic. We've had good results in the past few years. We went to Lazio, we went to Anderlecht, and we got good results, but there is still that sort of cloud in the head of Celtic players and Celtic fans that we just can't do it. And I think that was there tonight. Now, I don't know if that's more of a credit to AZ for bringing the game to us, but there was a real nervousness around the team. And we've seen that in the way we consider there are 2 goals, right? It is very easy. Right? It's very easy for us as Celtic fans to say, on our best days, we don't concede those 2 goals. That's fair enough. We don't. On our best days, we don't concede those 2 goals. But in European competition, if teams want to pressure us like that, and if even Rangers want to pressure us like that on Sunday, we'll concede goals like that. The first one is atrocious from both Stephen Welsh and Joe Hart. The way the ball escapes Stephen Welsh's, I don't know what, mind to read the game, to Joe Hart's inability to put some confidence through the ball, we concede a poor goal. The second goal, Carl Starfelt, he's presenting still that bomb scare. It is worrying me, I must admit. It really is worrying me. But that lack of confidence in the back line, that lack of sort of ability to read the game is going to cost us over the course of a full season. And that has to be recognised. Tonight that wasn't good enough. It really wasn't. And we're lucky that we didn't concede more in the second half through those exact same situations. So that is there. That has to be fixed. Our goal came from a good creation. It came from good football, and that's good. But defensively, Postecoglou does realise we need those fixes. He's not been quiet on that, and we as fans have not been quiet on that. But some people are willing to accept that Ralston has turned a game to be good enough, that Taylor's turned a game to be good enough, that Welsh has turned a game to be good enough. That's not the case. We can't settle for that, because those situations is what's going to cost us in European games time and time again. We got off tonight. We really did. And we can't afford to let that go in every sort of group stage game we have. We really can't. I thought when Edouard came on the pitch tonight, he changed the game for me. And I don't think a lot of people will maybe agree with me on that. I don't know. Maybe I was watching the game through my beer goggles. But when I watched the game tonight, when Edouard came on the park, for me, he changed the game because he brought a coolness and a calmness in what we needed. In that final third, we needed someone to hold the ball and just say, like, let's calm it down a minute. And he done that. And even though he never resulted to a goal and he didn't get an assist or whatever, he still brought something that we needed to slow the game down a bit, because throughout the game we were far too frantic, we were far too panicky, and Edouard managed to cool that down a little bit. And that's why Edouard is such a big player for Celtic. Tonight I thought he brought that to the game in moments where we needed it. And I'm so happy that he did get on the park. We were crying out for him, I thought. And he changed that for me. And I know not everyone will agree with that. I know that's how it goes with Edouard. But that sort of calmness that he brings to the pitch, that presence, certainly did help us in the final 20 minutes of the game. We did still concede chances, I'm not denying that. But I think if we still had that frantic approach to the game, that he didn't calm down a little, we could have conceded a goal. That's how I look at it. In terms of 3 things we learned, look, listen, we're through the Europa League group stages, and that's all that matters to me. I've had a drink and I've enjoyed it, and this is probably the worst match review I have ever done. But by hook or by crook, as I said earlier in the video, we have managed to make it there. But the board have to realise that improvement has to be done. Signings have to be made. We still need quality to compete with sides like AZ. Whoever we draw tomorrow in the Europa League, which will be live for on YouTube, whoever we draw, we need more quality to compete with. And that's how it goes. Like and subscribe. That's going to do it for me. I'm going to go and enjoy another couple of beers. Celtic are in the Europa League. I'm very happy. Somehow. Even through isolation, I feel happy. Like and subscribe. We're on the road to 30k. And I'll see you all next time.